Hello, everybody, and happy full moon. And this month, we have ourselves a full buck supermoon in Capricorn. This is on Wednesday, July 13th. Now, a few things here. Full buck supermoon. So buck for this moon is referring to how June and July is a time where male deers have a rapid period of growth with their antlers. And that's when they will have the greatest size antlers is by July. So full buck and then supermoon, of course, is when there's a special intensity. And this is the superest of all supermoons this year. So this moon is the brightest of the whole year. So it's going to be really powerful. And I love that it's right at the midpoint of the year that we're going to get really just blasted with this powerful lunar energy. And remember, of course, the energies can be felt a few days before. So right now it's Monday evening and I'm looking out and that moon is just beautiful. So you can already kind of feel it, spend some time out in that moon, and it lasts for a few days after. Same as this reading. This reading can be related to around the time of the full moon or really whenever you watch it. All right, so a little bit about this moon in particular. Also, I want to point out, so the moon is in Capricorn. Now, I used to get really confused when I would wonder, well, if this is July, Cancer season, how did they decide on Capricorn? I honestly thought it was just random. What it is that it's the opposite sign. So every full moon is going to be the opposite sign of that month. And what's interesting is that if you have your sun and your rising sign as opposite signs, it's the term for that is you have a full moon in your chart. And I actually have that as my sun sign is Virgo and my rising sign is Pisces. And those are opposite signs. Just a fun fact for you. So this month is in Capricorn. So the Cancer Capricorn dynamic is interesting because Capricorn is a very driven and very focused and hardworking sign. And it's also a lot about decisiveness. So there's actually a lot of decisive energy coming in through this moon, where it might be, really getting focused on something or saying, okay, I'm actually going to make a call about this, about ending this or starting this or moving towards this. And then Cancer, of course, is a lot about emotions. It's a water sign. So it can actually be being decisive about something you've had strong emotions about, which maybe you're just kind of sitting with. And the Capricorn energy is very much, is like, okay, you've been stewing on this for a long time. Let's do something. Again, decisiveness, taking action, very Capricorn energy. So yeah, decisiveness really pulled out from those emotions. And you might be looking at things that you've been hiding from yourself. So again, maybe kind of like that Cancer energy of like, oh, this is too heavy emotions. I just want to hide. And this moon is, again, because it's that super duper, most super moon of the year, it might actually illuminate some of those things where you're like, okay, I think I can take a look now. And it also can be a time for connecting with something that you do well. So again, Capricorn tends to be practical and will be, really work towards something and be dedicated to completing something and focused on it. So, and it's important to whatever we're working hard on, kind of the Eight of Pentacles energy, we want it to be something that we like. So again, sometimes in Cancer, we can be a little bit too in our emotions, but this can help us to say, okay, you know what? There are some things I'm actually really good at. And I think I just need to focus on that and allow myself to know that and have confidence that this is my strength and I'm going to do it. And I also feel really satisfied with it. So remember those two things, something you're good at that's also satisfying. This is a time where you're able to kind of say, okay, you know what? Now it's kind of to make that decision, then I'm going to go forward with it. So there are some concepts about the moon in general for this month. And now I want to pull a few cards and just see what messages, what energies are wanting to come out and really be highlighted at this time. So let's give it a go. Of course, I'm using my ever so lovely Mary L. Tarot. Sorry, the quality of this video is so poor because I only use my Zoom and laptop camera. And I promise someday I will use other decks, but I'm very in love with this deck right now. And it just feels so moonish. So, and especially the drawings on the cards just feel so appropriate. Okay, so let's just give it a few shuffles and see what wants to come out. for this full buck supermoon in Capricorn. Give it a whirl. See what's wanting to come out. Oops. Whoop, 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 whoop. There's a one. Ooh. And ooh, and two more. Fun. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh, these are some fun energies. All right. All minor arcanas. Interesting. And one king. Okay. So what wanted to jump out is the King of Discs or the King of Pentacles. It's the King of Discs, but as you can see, this card has some lovely illustrations. Okay. So the King of Pentacles is very much the energy of, we're talking a little bit about deciding what we want to honor in that, what we're good at, what satisfies us, what we enjoy, and then work for it. And that's what the King of Pentacles is. The King of Pentacles is someone who has really established themselves in the work that they do. It's someone who has, and not only work, because of course, Pentacles deal with family and home and our relationships and our finances and our work, but it's really someone who's looked at the foundation aspects of life, gotten everything in place, done the hard work, and now is kind of clearly sitting back and eating his apple, just let it all hang out and enjoying himself. So to me, this is what it's saying is like, kind of look at this as like your North Star. Like if I could right now be that king sitting at the top of the mountain, I've achieved it. It's 10, it's 20 years from now. And I've said, you know what? I'm so glad that on that super full buck moon back in 2022, that I decided to go for what really satisfies me and what I know I'm good at. Because now look where I am. Get to sit next to this tree and just chill because I've planted everything I wanted. I developed the home and the family and the work. So to me, the message is kind of like, make a vision board, make your North Star. What is your North Star? What do you really want? So often we kind of have a little bit of fractal energy and what we're looking for. Like it's all kind of splintered and fractured. That's not a word. But you know what I mean? It's not solidified. So it's about really kind of solidifying your vision and saying, what do I want to be the king of? What would my kingdom look like? My king of overseeing my life, the foundation of my life. So that's what I'm kind of getting for that. Then we have the Page of Cups, which is often a little love coming into your life, a little love offering. So this is a beautiful version of the Page of Cups. You can see that she has this pretty tattoo of a fish, and she almost looks like she's looking at something longingly, and she's out at sea. So the Page of Cups is usually an offering. It's somebody offering you something. It could be like someone you meet, like a new little, someone asking you out, or someone, making conversation with you or connecting with you. It could be a new promising venture that brings emotional positivity. Love doesn't always have to be romantic. It can be, a loving experience with a friendship, maybe even like travel, maybe just like, a fun event that you get invited to, but it's something that is going to make you feel kind of good inside, or that's going to be the first step towards something, beautiful experience in love, in relationships, in family, in work. So just kind of keeping your eye out for that, because that might be coming in. And then we have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands, I love the idea of the Three of Wands. So the wands are the creative energy card, right? They're all about when we're sort of in our creative spark mode, we're in our innovation mode. And the Three of Wands in particular is when we've kind of figured out what we want to do, and we're really stepping out with it. We're really kind of stepping forward with what we want to do. So again, it kind of pinpoints, it brings it right back to this, right? It's like, it's time to not even, because, okay, here's what I'm getting. You're not even in the beginning stages. What you're going to move forward with is something you already know. You already know what it is. Maybe it's something you kind of kept in the back burner. You've already begun it. you've thought about moving forward with it more, kind of putting it out there more. And now you're like, if I ever want to actually get to this point of being the king of my prosperity, my abundance, then I need to just step out with this. Maybe it's, sending out an email to like an email blast to a bunch of people and be like, hey, I'm going to have a workshop, or hey, I'm going to get this started, or hey, I'm going to start doing tarot readings, or hey, I'm going to start this business, whatever it is. It's just kind of getting the word, like just getting that word out, getting connections, putting yourself out there so that people can find you about this thing that you're going to be moving towards. And maybe it's even just something that's like applying for this job that you realized you really want, like different jobs in that area, or that, that realm of work. Or, maybe it's putting yourself out there to find a relationship, right? Maybe you've thought about it a lot. And now you're actually going to like make a dating app or join some sort of club or something. So anyways, I just feel this strong sense of, there's a lot of powerful energy happening right now. And my sense is that it's only going to continue up until the end of the month and the beginning of August. I just sense this sort of like something really big, and then kind of moving. So I feel now is the time to get started, and there might be a surge in the next few weeks. And then it's almost like we're going to like jump into like a new timeline, and it's going to be towards moving into, the things we start now are going to be that long-term relationship, that long-term work, that forever home. Those things are coming in. But right now it's time to take the offer if it comes. Notice, because some things are going to be things you're already working on, but maybe something comes in, someone, something, an opportunity, and you say, you look out and contemplate and you say, maybe this is what I've been looking for. There's a phrase that I like. Someday came. We spend so much of our lives waiting for someday, right? But eventually someday is going to come. So what are we doing now in order for us to be able to reach our someday, where we have everything we always wanted? So think about that and see, what are you ready? What are you ready for? If you had to grab something and just go with it, invest more in that relationship, take a look at housing opportunities. Where do you actually want to live and build roots? What is the work that you actually have, been kind of working at and gotten started, but really want to take it to the next level? Any of those things, it's time. It's advantageous right now. I'm telling you, I just get this sense. It is time to take a leap with something, to take the jump. And I feel like it is that Capricorn energy saying like, sort of the more practical discipline, like, well, if you really want this, it's not just going to happen. You got to actually do it. We're making moves here. But I love there's also this gentle energy coming in. It's like, hey, you're going to be, doing a lot of work to get here. You're going to have this powerful energy, but there's going to be something that almost just sails right in, just like that ship in the background. Something's going to sail right in, the little gift between the hard work and the creative push. Something's going to sail right in that you're just going to know. There it is. Someday came. My idea came, my person came, something came. All right, you guys. Well, that's what I'm getting for this beautiful full moon. Go out, enjoy it, soak it up. As always, I recommend putting all of your crystals out to recharge in the full moon, to dance under the full moon, preferably deep in nature with no clothes on. But hey, if it's just in your backyard with all your clothes on, it's still amazing. And even just getting out there and soaking it up is wonderful. So I wish you all a lovely, lovely moon. I'll see you next time. Bye.